Boruboya and Boruboshe from Baba Ilegwa's channel. This is your host, Iworio Gunda. Another email that was sent to me that I just spaced out. It's been like a week. I'm sorry it took so long to get back to you. Was if I would show them how OB divination is done. First of all, OB divination is done when you're wanting to communicate with the Egun or your Orisha and you're not a Santero priest or a Babalao. And even Santeros and Babalaos do it. It's a very basic form of divination, yes or no. You have to get a coconut to do it. In some houses, they only do coconuts for major events, like a Mano de Orula ceremony, etc., etc. Sometimes they'll just use cowrie shells that have been washed in omierro. That way they use them to talk to the orisha or the dead that way. When preferably they use chamalongos to talk to the dead. The reason they do this is because not everybody likes to go to the store every day and buy a coconut in order to communicate with the orisha. So this is a way that some houses do to prevent having to go to the store every day. Now some people say, "Oh no, that's wrong. You got to go and get a coconut." Well, that's fine. Go and get a coconut. Do what you want. But like I said, every house does it differently. So I'm gonna do this very simple for you. I'm not gonna get into the exact details. I'm gonna give you the need to know stuff because even in this OB divination, there's whole books written on it. So I'm gonna give you the basic yes, no, and I'm gonna go over the names of the signs for you. Okay? So we'll start with this sign here. And before we do that, the coconuts are gonna be sitting in water, and you're gonna want to call the Orisha or the Egun that you're working with. And the way I do it is if I was dealing with Eshu, I would say Eshu Rowa 3 times, and then I would say Ilemo Pio, Ilemo Pio, Ilemo Pio, Ilemo Pio Akpie, Ilemo Pio Akpie, Ilemo Pio Akpie, Eshu Mo Pio Akpie, Eshu Mo Pio Akpie, Eshu Mo Pio Akpie. And then they'd be sitting in water. I'd get them out of the water and give a little bit of water to refresh my Eshu, my Camino, the ground, everything, especially to refresh the ground, to give water to the floor. Omitutu to the ground is very important. It's in my tradition it is. Some houses no. But you start the basic prayer of Omitutu, Anatutu, Iletutu, Tutularoye, Alodumari Moyuba Bo, Ebeles, Elodumari Moyuba Baintonu. Ochebile odu ire obi awo adi atoto adifa funa la keta. Ochebile odu ire obi awo adi atoto adifa funa la kesisi. Ochebile odu ire obi awo adi atoto adifa funa la ketu. That's when you would cast. The sign that is on the floor is Ijefe. It's a positive yes. And the Orishas that speak in this sign are Eshu, Ogun, Ochosi, and Ochun. Okay, this is a definite yes. This is something that you want to see. Okay, let's go to Alafia. Alafia, Chango and Orumila speak in this. This is a very good sign as well. It represents happiness and the blessings of heaven, and it's all around balance and peace. Okay, so let's go with Itawa. Here is the vanity of the coconut. If you see this sign, it's a possible, it's a maybe, and it's doubt. So you're gonna throw again. If it comes up again, Itawa, you throw in the same sign comes up, it's a yes. The Orishas that speak in Itawa are Chango, Ogun, and Yemaya, and Ochosi. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so let's go to Okanasode. That is no. That speaks of Babaluaye and the Egun. This means no. It is not happening. No. Okay? And final, let's go to Oyekun. Oyekun is a very complicated sign. It depends on whether you're practicing traditional or Lukumi Criollo. Some people say it means death. it's a definite no. If you get this sign and you have a padrino or a madrina, you would want to call them and tell them about that you got oyekun. And you'd want to refresh the coconuts, grab them all up, re-dip them in water, refresh them, and check to see if it's just if it's something more to the sign than that. Like I said, call your madrina and your padrino. I hope that was helpful to you. Like I said, I simplified it a lot. There's whole books written on OB divination. And like I said, some people just use 4 cowrie shells that have been washed in omierro because they don't have the time to go to the store every day and buy a coconut. So, I do both. I'll keep these, I'll put them in the water in a bowl and I'll let freeze them and whatever. It's best to use a fresh coconut, obviously, but like I said, that's where it goes to every house does things differently. So I hope that helped you out a little bit on the OB divination. And if you have any questions, like I said, just keep the emails coming. Baruboya and Barubo Sheshe from Baba Ilegwa's channel.